Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. Today I have an exciting video planned, and it's not what I had originally planned, but it's exciting nonetheless. Last night we got walloped with a big storm and flattened a lot of stuff. Everything will be fine. I have some limbs down, but no big deal. But it has made me have to pivot a little bit. I was going to plant some stuff directly in front of the greenhouse because we need to swap some things out, but there's now standing water back by the greenhouse, which there always is, especially if we get a lot of rain at one time. But it'll probably clear up today because it's not supposed to rain anymore to my knowledge. But what we're gonna do is probably just as exciting. So I don't have a single iris. Well, that's a lie. I have some Dutch irises, but I don't have a single bearded iris in my garden, but now we're going to. So I have, for the last couple years, been on the lookout for tall bearded iris plants, and I just was having such a hard time finding them in my area. I'm probably just looking in the wrong places or wrong times potentially. So I actually heard from, not personally, from her video, Laura from Garden Answer talk about the Sutton iris farm that she had visited earlier this year, and that you're able to let's try that again. So I found out about Sutton Iris Gardens from Laura, from her video, and I purchased some, and I don't remember what month it was when I purchased them, but they informed me in the email that they would be shipped out sometime in August, or I think that's what they said, and they arrived today. So I'll have to count. I believe it's 8, but that might not be true. And then they also sent me 2 extra ones, which I just think is so kind. And I gave those to Mom, but I have the information for those as well. So what I want to do is go through the varieties that I got with you and show you the information, and then we will find places to put them. Now, I mean, I kind of already know the well draining spots in my yard, and irises they do not want to sit in water. They want to be pretty dry when they are growing, not like the desert, but they don't want to sit in water. So I guess today will be helpful because we can for sure know the spots that don't have any water. So let me grab them and go over them with you. And also, if I stop in the middle of what we're talking about and I'm excited, it's because we have a type of moth here that I wanted to show you guys, and I just saw one. So it's called a sphinx moth or a hawk moth or a hummingbird moth, but they're very strange looking, but they're kind of cool too. So I just saw them, and I'm going to keep my eye out for the length of this video, and hopefully we'll find another one because I really want to show you guys what they look like. I have my laptop with me because there's no possible way that I'll be able to remember the information for all the ones that I got. So I'll just start from the beginning. And they sent them in a box, and it had this straw stuff, and they were layered so they weren't touching each other. And here they are. They look really healthy. I'm very excited about it. So I actually got 7 kinds. I bought 7, and then they sent me 2 extra ones. And I've already given the 2 to Mom, so I won't be able to show you their little rhizome plant part, but I can give you the information at least. So the first one I got is Mango Meltdown, and just look how healthy they look. They look absolutely amazing. I mean, they're gonna do a lot better once they get in the ground, but they look really good. So the Mango Meltdown has I would say a peachy pink, and it goes into purples and lavenders. It's super pretty, and it says 38 inches tall, mid, late, and very late bloomer. Warm peach pink standards are ruffled with serrated lacing on the edges. Pale Lavender Blue Falls. There you go. There's the names. Standards. Yeah, standards I'm guessing are the part that sticks up, and then falls are the ones that fall. Pale Lavender Blue Falls can either blend into a defined 2-inch lavender pink band or blend into a undefined darker lavender pink edge. Sounds beautiful. And it does say it was introduced in 2016. The next one I have is Handful of Magic. This one is probably a little bit smaller, I think, than the rest of them, but it'll still be lovely. And the Handful of Magic, I guess maybe instead of me explaining what I think the color looks like, I'll just read the information. Standards white, which is the top part. Slight flush of pink at the mid ribs. Falls uniform medium salmon. Deep tangerine beards. And then slight sweet fragrance. Yeah, so there's a lot of names of the parts of the iris. Good grief. This one was also introduced in 2016. The next one I have, I think, is my favorite one that I got. It's called Frill Seeker. And this one says, amazing lace and color. Spirea red standards and style arms are heavily ruffled and laced. Laced and ruffled pale orchid pink falls have Indian orange beards nestled between darker spirea red shoulders. Thick substance to the flowers allows for the buds to open with no tearing. Tall and thick stalks are nicely S-curved and carry the 7 to 9 buds nicely. Oh, 7. Never mind. Each plant has 7 to 9 buds. I understand. Or each stalk. Okay. Elanalope, I'm guessing is how you say it, is very, very pretty. And this one is like substantial. This one is like beefy. This one, oh, here's my kind of description. It's 1 sentence, 1.5 sentences. Ruffled light lavender ground self with splashed reddish violet, contrasting gold beards. How many beards, falls, standards? What a, oh my goodness. The Elanalope, though, was introduced in 1996, so it's a decently older one. And then there is some more information. Some of the varieties don't have that information yet because I'm guessing they're new or whatever, or they haven't given that information. But like they do give like rebloom zones and number of reblooms, rebloom reliability. So this one, it says sporadic rebloom, and it says rebloom zone 8. The next one I have is Autumn Thunder. And this one has like a really nice root system. And this says, a lovely purple iris. Standard upper petals are violet blue. Falls, lower petals, are deep blue violet with methyl violet beards. Reblooms in zone 6 and above. That's me. It was introduced in 2000. It says number of reblooms 2, and it's a reliable rebloomer. I love that. The next one is called Art Deco. This is like a nice size too. It says standards are deep blue violet and the falls are white with a 1/2 inch stitched band. Oh, I see it. If you look at this one, it has like these lines and then outer petals that almost look like stitching. That's pretty cool. And this one was introduced in 1997, and that's the information that they have. There's nothing else. The last one that I have in my possession right now is called Magical, and It says the standards are peach pink, the falls are creamy peach with deeper peach shoulders, the beards are light coral. Introduction year 2008. No other information that was given. And then the two that I gave to Mom, and the reason I gave them, well, because I love her and I wanted her to have some, but also it's like, so she can grow them on in a year or maybe two, she'll be able to divide them and give me some back. And then I'll also be able to divide mine and give some to her as well. But the reason I chose to give her the two that I gave her is because they look very similar to two that I purchased. Not completely, but similar enough. So one of the ones that I gave her is called Revitalize, and it says blooms in spring and early fall, purple self with slightly darker falls, 7 buds on very nice stalks with flowers that have a pleasantly sweet scent, strong grower and bloomer and quickly forming clumps. It was introduced in 2022. It's relatively young. And it says a number of reblooms, 1, and it is a reliable rebloomer. Maybe I should have kept that one. And then the last one, and this one's very pretty, so hopefully I get some of these back. This one is called Serenade to Music, and it says beautiful and soft light Wedgwood blue standards preside over cool blue white falls that are dotted Wedgwood blue at the edges. Excellent branching on show stalks that typically carry 9 buds. Stalks are a few inches taller in Idaho than the registered 32 inches other places. And it was introduced in 2022. And that's the information. So that's that. Irises want in my area, and I don't know if it goes other places, but they want full sun. So that's like at least 6 to 8 hours of sun per day. And I will try to give that to them. I have a lot of shade in my garden, which is lovely. And then I have a lot of part sun like areas. There's only a few places that I have beds, flower beds, that are like full on sun. And luckily the bed on the side of the house, on the west side of the house that we created just recently is full sun. So I would imagine that some of these, maybe the majority of them, are going to go there, but I'd also like to work these in other places as well. So let's put these in my wagon and go plant. Now the thing that I love about iris planting, and it's going to be very easy today, is you plant them so shallow. So I brought my auger just to fluff up the soil, but you honestly could like scrape with your hand and put the plant in the ground. So that just makes me excited that it won't be too bad, because let me tell you what, the storm last night apparently has brought the humidity back to my area. We had, I don't want to go into it, but we had a cool down. It was lovely. It warmed back up, but the humidity still wasn't here, and it's back. So hopefully the humidity goes away soon. So I just think I want to show you the garden beds that I think that these might go in. It's all kind of in the same vicinity, but you'll get it. So there's the back door. Here's the new flamethrower redbud that I put in this year, which is looking great, even though, so this is west. So we get huge storms that come this way. And when the wind blows, even though I have it staked, it'll be leaning over so far. So I'll be excited once it starts getting beefier, so that I don't have to worry every time I get a stiff wind. But we have open spots in this bed. Now, I would probably put them a little bit farther back, but so we have spaces there, and then around this corner. And This was the first flower bed that I probably spent time in when I became a gardener. So there's a lot of stuff I think that I would like to change just because I have changed, but that's neither here nor there and has nothing to do with this video. But here's the bed. It's full on all day sun, and here, look. Here you can see what the storm did. That was standing up yesterday. That's a moon rock hydrangea, and it's pretty much laying down. But a lot of stuff in this bed is going to need moved and around and whatnot. Smaller stuff, the lower stuff, I'm going to bring towards the front. But I'm thinking if I just plant in this area right here, that will be good, because I'll have the tall stuff in the back and then we can work our way down in the front, and I think it's going to look beautiful. I would love to have these irises in other places, but I just don't know that those places get the most, like, the sun that they'll need. So I'm going to put them probably all in these two beds that I just showed you, and then maybe once they clump out, and I'll be able to divide those, and then maybe be a little bit more risky about the light that I put them in. But because these are new, I'm going to make sure that they're getting all the sun. So I have my auger. This is my 60-volt DeWalt drill. It's like a mud and mixer drill. And then I have, this is the 5-inch auger attachment from Garden Answer, so I can like just rough up the soil a little bit. Look, it looks like I'm like a spokesperson for Garden Answer, but I also have a kneeling pad, which I actually like from her a lot. And then I have the irises, and then I also have some granular organic fertilizer that I'll put into the holes. And then I do have a little bag of soil. I always keep a bag of soil with me, even when I'm planting in the ground, because my soil is so dense and clay. I always say that you can make pottery out of my soil, because it's like, it's thick, and it's not all plants love it. So sometimes what I do, and I can say it's because I'm trying to introduce some fluffier soil for the plant's health, but really what it comes down to is it makes it easier for me, because when you are trying to backfill around a plant and you're just dealing with clumps of soil, it's just, it makes planting really hard. So I find it, if I mix in some like in-ground soil or some organic compost or something when I'm planting, it makes it easier for me. And I think that the plants like it too. I knew I would find one. Here's the sphinx moth. let me just put this into perspective for you. That was one of the easiest planting jobs I've done in a long time because you don't have to dig very deep, and I added soil from a bag, so nothing was strenuous about that activity. But I've been outside for maybe an hour and a half, and that's it, I'm spent. So as much as I love summer and planting and all of that, I can't tell you how ready I am for like a 50-degree day. Oh, that's my favorite. 50 degrees, that's the best. All right, it's not much to look at, but let me show you what I did and my thought process. Yeah, so starting over here on the side of the house, this is, in a couple years, I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic, but we just have to hold off and be patient, because I have a slender Hinoki false cypress that's going to get 12 feet tall. I have some blue arrow junipers, one here, one there. I would like to put like a couple boxwoods or some like tater tot arborvitaes or something, just so there's some more winter interest other than those three. And I'm going to be moving a bunch of these plants forward, spreading things out. It's going to look really, really great. So I thought if I just did like, if these get like, I don't know, 3 feet tall-ish, so there's an iris there, 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 and there. So I did 5 here. I thought that that would be like a nice grass-y like element that would be some like consistent, because that's what I'm trying to do, is add some more consistency to this area. So more of the same things so that it's, I don't know, spread out. Anyway, so I tried to like mix and match the colors. So I did a lot of purples and peaches and pinks. So that's what I tried to do. I believe there's Art Deco there, magical. So I believe, okay, I think that one's purple, and this one's like a pink and a peachy, maybe some purple color in it. This one's Elena Lope, which I believe is purple. Mango Meltdown, which is peach and purple. Autumn Thunder. So I just tried to like mix it up a little bit. So that's this side of the house. And then I planted 2 over here by this red bud. My favorite one I put in this spot because it's going to be like the most, probably the one that I'll see the most. So that's the Frill Seeker. And then I can't recall for the life of me what this one's called. Let me see. That one's called Handful of Magic. So I won't leave the tags on there, but I think I want to put like a little tag in the ground just so that I always remember what the names of those are. And I had to stop halfway through because my camera shut off, or maybe it was most of the way through. So I don't know if I got the full planting of one of them, but I'm sure you guys understand. So that's truly going to be it for today. Now, if it was like a nice day and it was 70-ish, I'd keep going. I would plant more stuff. I have plenty of stuff out there that I can plant, but it's just not happening today. Nope, not with this humidity. No sir, no ma'am. Hopefully it cools down in the next couple of days so that I can do more than just plant 7 rhizome, teeny tiny plants. But anyway, I will see you guys very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.